from seeing that. So use them frequencies. You know, I'm sick of it. There was something important I wanted to say. And I was going off, and then, you know, I just noticed that my phone wasn't off. It's irritating ass, useless shit. Gotta be made to pick up pieces of my consciousness and ask for them that should be within, because this shit just fucking weak protection. It's weak. This shit don't, you gotta make sure it's the right. So the Illuminati don't take you over and shit. Like I say, that's why I went to the motherfucking people at 8704 Broadway. Because I don't want to be chained to, I don't want to be, you know, the soul swapping is a hard, I remember the day when I got taken out by the Alice mental entity. That's a hard reality to fucking deal with. And then to be told you're going to be put in hell realms after hell realms, and that, we going to impose that shit on you. It's just, we're going to make you a lifelong fucking loser. That pisses me the fuck off, to be made helpless and shit. The minute I stop feeling helpless with this shit, mountains move with this shit, you know. So I'm going to get that frankincense and myrrh. I'm tired of it. Hearing about it, late while working with girls and they doing well, you block somewhere. I would have been successful. I'm tired of it. Being made to depend on motherfuckers that are my fucking enemies, that don't have my best interest at heart. I'm tired of it. Can't even speak my truth. There's these motherfuckers here. I'm tired of it. Some just fell the fuck out. I think it's the Three of Swords or something. Ten of Swords up here. There's Three of Swords right here. Now I got this bully evil shit moving in to remove my connection to spiritual abetment or something. It's like I know all these densities and shit. None of this is effective because of what I got on my so-called spirit team. It's annoying. I be trying to sleep and they're like, you gotta wake up, it's serious. Then y'all handle it. I'm playing the frequency all fucking night. Y'all handle it. I'm doing my part. Y'all do y'all part. What you want me to do? I know they, you know, I shouldn't got it in there. I know EMF blockers are very good for that type of shit. There was something mad important that I wanted to say that I totally forgot. That's, you know, I feel like there's some crazy shit going on, but it's frustrating. I'm hearing about the girl living, you know, I don't give a fuck about edifices to the ego, but hearing about motherfuckers thriving, being made to feel helpless when you got it and you know all the fucking answers, you know how to rightly fucking move with shit. It's just being told you on a spaceship and, you know, you surrounded by roach attachments. You ain't surrounded by real people, and you haven't been for quite a while, since November the 18th. And be made to feel like you're stuck. That shit's annoying. I know something weird is going on. Something ain't right. You know, I'm hearing about in alternate timelines, you know, where you know, they weren't warned about it and they were wondering what the fuck, you know, my the highest self spirit team was wondering what the fuck is going on. Was getting snatched. You know, from what I understand, the whole plan is to take you on board the ship where you can't see your legs and all this shit. And I remember some trying to pull me in the other day, and, you know, I had help and shit from people. I love, you know, tried to give me the hate max. I hate this shit. I hate that nigga Bears. I love Santa Muerte. I will never speak against her. I don't care if I'm in her hell realm. I know what she is. I love Satan. I can't speak against her. She's been nothing but an asset for the most part, even while I'm in her hell realm, suppose. Don't keep me alive, everything else. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that woman. And I refuse to say anything bad about her. But there's some shading fraud going on. I know the threat is real, but I know a couple of days ago the Illuminati put something on me or something. I was told that they, maybe Zendaya, Coleman, God, and I keep feeling this sneaky energy around. Like, I should have a spirit team to protect me from that. That's why I want to wear the Florida water, because when you wear Florida water, it extricates that shit. I'm being made to use Palo Mayombe and really, because my soul consciousness, a lot of it's been harvested and stolen, energy work, looking like a cuckoo bird. And they would tell me to stop in the middle of the fucking traffic to get work on. I remember hearing at the beginning of this. I had nothing but curses on me before all of this shit begun. And anytime you have entity attachments to work on your behalf, you don't have a good spirit team, which Bear and Samedi totally fucked up, to help you. One that has your best interest at heart, you done. You on your own, and that's fucked up. And I'm feeling this motherfucker. I mean, I shouldn't be having to be schizophrenic acting to fucking react to this shit. Her soul consciousness is supposed to be controlled by the CIA or some shit like that. Something ain't right is going on. That's why I went to get a reading. I started getting fucked with for that. That looks not see mental entity. I'm not gonna lie about that. Fucking with them people, and that woman wanted my shit, and it just led to a whole whatchamacallit that fucked me up. And that's because my ancestors were fucking his ass up to keep him from getting back in, so he would fuck up my life. I don't want that evil shit. That's why in a lot of timelines, even when I went to De La Salle with Bear and Sam, the evil spirit, they got rid of his black ass. What about that with Santa Muerte almost? So that I can thrive. So that I can do well. But even at, De La Salle, if I had Bear and Samedi in my timelines, I never really got anywhere. I heard Mark Paul Gosselaar had him in his timelines, and they told him he had to hide his mother, who's Indonesian, for him to go anywhere. I feel like it has something to do with Bear and Samedi. He could have gone far. Black lady, his mama. I'm actually shocked at how dark she is. You look at him. I remember Saved by the Bell in the days. All American, white dude. It's hard to reconcile that. It's pretty cool. I never had a crush on him. Gary Busey and shit, Nick Nolte were hard-looking, real fucking white dudes. But, like niggas almost, but just real motherfuckers. But, what I wanted to say. Nasty and shit, look ugly. I heard that Lisa on there. The reason why she fucked up is because to get out of hell, her past incarnation made a deal with the devil, and she was told you would have to, constrain yourself to being stuck in a realm where you're materially successful, so you owe me, and you have to come back to my hell realm. And she was like, made Lisa Turtle crazy. That's why she all fucked up. I ain't got nothing against the devil. I love him. I love Santa Muerte. We connected. Santa Muerte was about to bust their ass after getting out that motherfucker last night. I was playing 1.7 million hertz to get them out. Put the decimal point, get 1.7 hertz, combine it with like a million hertz, move the one, and just woo. That's all you got to do. Decimal point is possible. But no. I'll do something to block it. I'm tired. I'm really tired of this shit. I'm having my fucking God birthright, very narrow view to make it. But the reason why I brought up bearing Samedi in your part, my part gospel is because even in timelines where I went to Xavier Prep, De La Salle, Varsity Blues in the Spirit playing, I'm not successful. It's something about him fucking up your timelines, but I'm tired of this heavy spiritual oppression. I got the answers, but I get intimidated. They say it happens with bad spirits every time you try to use it. I feel, again, it goes back, I think some weeks ago, it was something with Zendaya taking over my time. I remember she was taking a part of my soul consciousness. I know her higher self's name is Jessica Ilhissa. I almost want to mention her soul consciousness. And they trying to protect it. They were using like a fucked up version of my oversoul, higher self. It's too much shade and fraud that's going on. And I ain't got time for this shit. I feel like it's something that's very simple. It's not as serious as they make it out to be. These things like to fucking feed. And they manipulate. But they put some, I think, roach attachments on me. Or, I felt it. So that Zendaya Coleman can get, one of my little child higher selves where he cased all the shit. That's the thing with that Bianca Zapata. She stole my E-Kate, right after she did that touch right there. But still, that's for the child self. But they did some where they put roach attachments. You can use 142 hertz to correct that shit. They all blocked me from seeing what the fuck happened with that. 3400 hertz. But I'm tired. I just feel like there is no this is miserable. Knowing this is your reality. You're on a spaceship and all that, surrounded by roach attachments. But you being taken out of everything cold because you got evil motherfuckers. Illuminati took my Baphomet some months ago. We all have inner entity attachments to the Baphomet. Using frequency 694, 695 hertz, see what the fuck is going on. 1181 hertz. Now I feel like something's moving in my body to fuck with something, and I'm tired of it. I shouldn't have to handle this shit. It's too much deception. I'm being made miserable and being made killed off while all these motherfuckers are like, I ain't getting involved and they can live their life. I don't like it. I'm going through hell. I know it's not internal because, like I said, I saw what appeared to be the soul consciousness. It looked like something straight off a Predator, like bits and pieces of them in my apartment. So it wasn't spiritual. I say in certain timelines, them motherfuckers, got abducted and all they could see were their legs or something. They couldn't see their legs or some shit. Consciousness would be fucked with. But anyways, I felt them moving entity attachments in my inner body, fucking with my head and all that shit. I'm tired of it. And having a spirit team that waits till you fucking awake for them to fucking, fight for you and do anything. That shit should be handled while I'm asleep. You play the frequency and you good. I feel like it's manipulating my consciousness, what's going on in my head, so I can't see. Like I said a couple of days ago, my little road spirit saw, what was really going on, and they say, you on board a ship and you can't get back. And next thing I know, they blocked them from seeing what was going on. So something ain't right is going on. So anyways, with that being said, let's get to the cards. 3 of Swords. And I feel like you're going through a major fucking, like, defeat, you know, major setback. So I'm holding you down like a motherfucker. 7 of Swords is the present position. And I feel that you stuck in a situation where you got what they say, fuckabooed, you shaded, frauded, and all that shit bullshitted. And you gotta overcome it. You gotta see shit for what it is. The future position is the devil. And that's to make smart moves. Don't just go into it, you know, I'm a Taurus. Don't be bullheaded about shit. 9 of Wands, is where you currently at. Tired of all this shit. Your daddy stuck in hell. Stuck in hell realms. I was using 125 hertz to pull them back. They're doing somewhere. You know, I saw it months ago in my timelines. I should have done something back then, but I don't have the spiritual support like that. I feel like that shit would have just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. Where they have your ancestors stuck in Roach hell realms. You know, I do something to try to fuck them road spirits, so that's be careful. I mean, I say anything that start fucking with me and attacking me and making it feel like I'm gonna get fucked with on film. Fucked with if I post a video. But they were using ancestors, you know, including my dad, that shows that August 22nd, 2022 timeline is real, to attack. And they got them connected to them Mole's million aliens that's connected to this here, Odin Lloyd and all that. Notes. I remember Bryce Taylor talking about Ponder. I know the motherfucker real name dropping docs. I'm not tolerating this shit. That's how you gotta be. Energy of the devil, I don't give a fuck. Rogue nigga. Maverick nigga. 9 of Wands is where you at. And I feel like that's your subconscious. You in the major position where you at a disadvantage, but you really are not. Don't give in to despair. 10 of Swords is the goals card. And I feel that you're working towards overcoming something. That's very essential. Something that's trying to doggedly keep your ass down, you know. I remember a couple of days ago when the Illuminati took over them weak-ass Roach spirits, using Barbara and David Rain as entity attachment and some shit. Now I feel an energy. I'm tired of it. Overcoming me, like, shouldn't have mentioned that. That's why I'm just put everything out there on Front Street. Made into they call a prostitute. They had somewhere I dreamed about being in a political building and having all my shit taken in the middle of the fucking night. I ain't got time to be dealing with this shit like how this shit wants me to. I'm tired. This is worse than the curse. So anyways, the Illuminati did something to block me from seeing what was, you know, the truth and all that, the millions and all that with 3iAtlas. I'm just tired of it. And there's something fucked up going on because I was told I overcome this, then they're going to put astral spiders on me and then something else, and I ain't got time. I almost want to drop the name of the demiurge. If this keeps on, they're going to try to switch it up with my connection to dad that got fucked with in that timeline I saw, and I tried to get my soul consciousness back from that girl. It's 3517 hertz, or 3517 hertz combined with 1115 hertz, 3002 hertz, 3000 hertz, 1.7 million combined with 3002 hertz. Try to find something. Or 295 hertz, or 3000. That's more feasible than that. Try to get something back. I'm about to fucking cry. I just had something come around, being made to feel helpless. And you play 735 or some Roach, be like, no, do that. That's gonna make us disappear. They fuck with your goddamn inner entity attachments. I'm just tired of it. I'm being made to be a fucking sit in fucking misery, unnecessary misery, and be a fucking loser while dealing with this shit. I feel like it's very fucking unnecessary, and this shit is not that hard to fucking resolve. Letting all this evil ass shit take place because I'm not fighting hard. I gotta sleep. Human beings gotta sleep. Even if you in straight up fucking battle, you gotta sleep. You can't be up 24 fucking 7 functioning like that. That's why men heads look the way they fucking do. You like, you gotta stay up so we can get your soul consciousness back. So you gotta stay up so we can get your shit back. That's not my, I play the frequency, you should make it work. And that's it. I shouldn't have to do all this shit where I get into, where I gotta know if it's the, see, like at the advent of this curse, too many fucking shit got on me. And that's the fucking problem. In the middle of the fucking night, I had a fucking nightmare, a dream where damn motherfuckers, I was in the presidential palace and I saw a brown-haired girl similar to what I saw in Astro World. And from what I understand, setting me up to where, I get all my shit taken. I'm supposed to be this powerful motherfucker. I can't be effective with all this evil ass shit. You can't do it the way in which this shit wants you to, where you constantly aware and all you have to do is make the frequency and make it fucking work. That's all I would do in the fucking past. Use my third eye, move shit, and that's it. I feel with a spirit team like this, how the fuck does Archangel Michael not see it coming? He was at one point working with the Illuminati, but out of necessity because he was fucked up. Because of what the fuck he is. He's supposed to be kidnapped. I'm not going to tell his skewed side. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being energy harvested, of having my shit stolen, being told you gotta sleep a certain fucking way. I'm just tired, and you gotta hold your tongue. All this shit is just, it's preposterous. You can't do it that way. It shouldn't be this fucking harsh, Just have your spirit team go in. This Illuminati shit shouldn't be happening. Opening up shit, my higher self, my great Ashkenazi Jewish grandmother, connection, all that. Edith Stein or something. She would block the fuck out of the Rothschilds and all of them when they would come around. The Windsor's, Mountbatten, and they were using that. Who on board that? Something to fuck with her and try to get rid of her. This shit makes your energy too sensitive to the fucking spirit plane. And now these astral roaches, when I wore the frankincense and myrrh in the Florida water, I barely woke up one morning, but I felt more in control of my consciousness, my life, my body. I felt a lot better, 10 times better. I didn't feel like I had to do ludicrous things to fucking do things. I felt like I was getting back to normal. The other day I saw, I wasn't in body. Because of that Ashley Terrell that took it over. I remember seeing, a brown-haired girl in the room with me. And with, a former friend, a client of mine who I know was worth $1 million. He used to live in an apartment in Santa Monica. And he's doing very, very well. And, he was all tattered, all fucked up. Alex Nascimento entity set it up to where I can only get money through prostitution, be able to get anything. And I'm at my wit's end. If I play 735 hertz with this shit, it'll work adversely against all this shit, making my energy I'm just tired. Or 735 2 hertz, I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. And then I can't get rid of the fucking Illuminati. I hear their voice and shit. I had them all over my soul consciousness. They fucked with it some days ago. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of feeling like I gotta be huddled in my own fucking home and shit, And the minute I war, I just start not giving a fuck. That's when shit starts working. These things start working with you. I was told by my fucking enemies who killed my ass and put this evil ass shit out of jealousy on my ass are thriving and got wealthy homes from real estate and all of that. I'm stuck in hell. I ain't got time for this shit. So anyways, the future position is the devil. And I feel like, you got to make very, very smart moves. Don't just jump. 9 of Wands is subconscious position. You're going through a lot of fucking pain and unnecessary turmoil like I'm going through. 10 of Swords, Goals card, and something is telling you to look at your situation. Don't stay stuck. Same thing with the advice card, 8 of Swords. Don't feel stuck. 9 of Queen of Wands, I feel it with this Jacob Rothschild's motherfucker. I constantly hear every single fucking night. You got a lot of shit over. You got something that's weighing you down. I wish it would have never got to this fucking extent. Fucking with people's heads and shit. You can overcome this shit. Niggas not that hard. Spirit team up like I need to. 5 of Swords is your fears and your hopes card. Problem is, at the beginning of this curse, I heard, my highest selves were motherfuckers. It's that girl that soul swapped me, acting adversely against you. Anytime you have entity attachments like I did, Baron Samedi did the number on my spirit team. That's what fucked me up. So I put his name out there and everything else. So why are you on board that motherfucker? I don't give a... It's not... Real one was trying to help, but... one who lived, and that's the one that's on board, and that's the problem. 5 of Swords, fears and your hopes card. I feel like something is saying that you can win something, but you got to make smart moves in that. You got to make smart moves in that direction. Two of Wands is the outcome. And I feel like you're about to overcome something that's very fucked up, that's very pernicious, and that's keeping you under heavy fucking oppression. I'm going to just say it right now. Just the whole theme of it is to make smart moves. Don't be stupid. With that being said, if you want a more personalized reading, it's disgusting. Contact me at ravenbyterror22@yahoo.com. I ain't got time for that.